So my name is Billy Busby, and this is my Mastery Journal blog entry for digital news production, which was month 7 of my master's degree in new media journalism from Full Sail University. So our professor wants us to answer 4 questions that he gave us about our experience over the month, and to give us that chance to reflect on what we learned and what we thought about the course, right? First question is, what were your expectations coming into this month? So talking about my expectations coming into digital news production this month, they were actually pretty low, and I almost asked the school to give me credit for this month, and I'm really glad I didn't. And the reason I say that is, yeah, some of the production stuff I already knew, but I'm here to become a better storyteller, and I feel that this class helped me in that regard. So I didn't expect to learn a whole lot this month, but I did end up learning a whole lot this month. So yet again, a class on the schedule for this program completely took me for a surprise, right? Because of how the assignments are organized and what they ask you to do. So assignment 1 asks you to create a natural sound only video. And then we had to do a nat sound video, added narration, and then the third video was adding interviews, narration, and nat sounds. Assignment number 4 asks you to basically do the opposite of what you did during assignment 1, where assignment 1 was all nat sounds, no interviews, no narration. Assignment 4 is only interviews and no narration. So I think by doing those assignments, focusing on the nat sound story, focusing on an interview-driven story, a narration-driven story, I think that really helped me, who has been doing this stuff for a long time, and I'm sure it helped a lot of the other people that have not been doing it for as long as I have. Second question, what content or assignment did you enjoy the most or get the most out of, and why? So I think the assignment I got the most out of this month was the first one, which was the nat sound video. And the reason I enjoyed that one so much is I had never been asked to produce a nat sound only video and tell a story, right? Anybody can go record, 90 seconds of footage and be like, oh, well, there's my nat sound video, but to tell a story using only nat sound was a different task altogether. What was so interesting to me about the nat sound only video was really having to shoot video with my ears, because it forced you to tell a video story using only natural sounds that you capture with your camera. And specifically, I think it was one of the lessons that talked about if you hear it on screen, then you should show it. And it forced me to open up my ears and listen to what was going on in the environment around me, and it really focused back on that whole aspect of showing and not telling. I had to think about, what am I hearing? Find those sounds, show those sounds, right? So if I heard a bird chirping, I needed to show that bird. If I heard the crosswalk signs beeping, I needed to show those crosswalk signs beeping. Just going through that process was beneficial, right? Because it made me think about the nat sounds that are in all of my videos. What do you wish you could have done better this month, and why? One thing I wish I could have done better this month was my interviews during week 3. I used my Sony A6300 camera to film those, and the Sony A6300 is really good at autofocus, right? It's what it was known for, is what its big selling point was with the autofocus. I took 2 cameras with me on that shoot, and I have one set up on my gimbal for moving shots, and then I had my Sony A6300 set up on a tripod for lockdown shots, and that was going to be my interview camera. And that Sony A6300 uses this, its autofocus is really good, but if you put it on autofocus continuous and fast, it constantly pulses. And I think that's what was causing that pulsing in those interview shots. It's just pulsing, it's constantly looking for focus. It could have been fixed if I'd used a different lens, but we were on the side of the road. It was hot. We'd been out there actually 2 hours longer than what we were supposed to be out there for. And it was just getting late on a Sunday afternoon on the side of the road, far south side of San Antonio. And it was really bad during May Bluewatter's interview. That's why I only used such a small clip of that. I didn't see it pulsing while I was there. I was looking at the viewfinder and looking through the eyepiece, and I never saw it. You know, but it wasn't until I got back later and looked at my interviews and was going over my sound bites that I saw it. So that's one thing that kind of irks me a little bit, that I wish I could have done a little bit better. And it's not just like a ego thing on my part, it's I'm wanting to do that story justice thing. In hindsight, I would have done that different. How did this course prepare you for your career? This course prepared me for a future career in journalism by, number one, going back to that nat sound topic of making sure I'm capturing good nat sounds when I'm out there, shooting with my eyes and my ears. So the thing that's going to help me the most with my career that this course helped prepare me for was taking these massive stories and condensing them down into 90 seconds and 2 minutes. What I mean by that is during the week 2 assignment, I covered the First Friday Crit Race, and I was out there from 6 p.m. until almost 1 a.m. And I probably came away from that with at least 2 hours of footage. So trying to take 2 hours of footage and condense it down into 90 seconds and make it a coherent story was not easy. 90 seconds to 2 minutes is exactly what most news packages are running for. And just focus my story on one aspect or two aspects of the story. I think that is going to be the biggest takeaway for me this month. So just being more critical of myself and my shots and my edits, I think it just sort of got engraved in my mind this month. So not only is that going to help me in the future, but it's going to help me in the present with my current job, because I was already asked 3 times this month to produce 59-second packages for broadcast. So yeah, that's my experiences this month in digital news production, which was, again, month 7 of this 12-month program through Full Sail University. If you like what I'm doing, you want to follow along with some of these news packages that I'm making and more of these vlogs like this in the future, hit that subscribe button, hit your little notification bell, help me out. Take care, guys. Peace.